Hey everybody, it's Thunder, the Desert Shaman. Let's start off with the fake news thing. Man, I'm getting a kick out of that. I'm really getting a kick out of what's going on right now. And I touched on this in my last video, but about 6 months ago, the mainstream media, I think it was actually the Washington Post, came out. They're the ones that started this whole term fake news, the Washington Post. And they came out with it in regards to a whole list of sites, and most of them were alternative news sites on YouTube or other places, okay, that tell the truth, basically. And so the mainstream media felt threatened with the truth, so they came out and tried to brand all these places fake news. So now that term fake news is being used daily, maybe thousands of times a day, okay? This is exactly what happens when, first of all, let me tell you what their intention was. Their intention was to put out a catchphrase or a couple of words as a quote unquote anchor, okay, to anchor into people's minds or to make people paranoid or make people fearful about going to social media sites and thinking that they're going to get fake news. And they do this all the time. They'll introduce a catchphrase, just like the word conspiracy theory was introduced, back when Kennedy was assassinated. That's where the term conspiracy theory came from, because they wanted to cover up the fact that somebody other than Oswald might have killed the president or might have been behind the killing of the president. So this is what they did with the fake news thing, except here's the deal. It fucking backfired on him, and the president of the United States is using it, and everybody's using it. And now the president is using it to say that the mainstream media is nothing but fake news. Well, hooray, because that's the case. That has been the case for decades. That has been the case for at least the last decade, okay? That the mainstream media is nothing but propaganda, lies, disinformation, and brainwashing tactics akin to the Manchurian Candidate, okay? So yes, the mainstream media is full of shit, and Trump is right. I don't care who's saying it, whether it's Trump or Humpty Dumpty or Jack and Jill or whoever. The point is that it's right, okay? And now they're getting their covers pulled. I saw a video today where this host, Don Lemon, was interviewing a bunch of people about Trump's expenses, travel expenses, and should the Secret Service cover his family and blah, 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 blah. And one black guy had the balls to come out and say, this is fake news, one of the people that was on his panel. And he got so frustrated that he wouldn't let the guy talk, and he ended up walking off the set. Don Lemon, what a wanker, okay? What a freaking, I won't even say it. I won't even go there. I don't want to offend anybody. But goes to show you that now who's under scrutiny? Now who's under scrutiny? Well, the mainstream media is under scrutiny, and good thing that they are. And they have been lying, and they do lie. Matter of fact, everything that we've been hearing for the past, like I say, the last decade, but how about the past, how long has the Syrian war been going on? 3-4 years? I don't know. I lost track, but it really came in. And how about it really came in, this info with that, very heavy. The whole left agenda, the leftards, retards, okay. The Democrats, the deep state, in alliance with the deep state, brought this propaganda on to cover up their what they were actually doing. Okay, and I won't go into that whole deal about what they're actually doing in Syria and all that. Now, another thing about this fake news is the Russian, the demonization of Russia. Ever since the Syrian thing, and ever since Russia stopped Obama from going in and taking over Syria, and ever since Russia decided to go against the CIA created, USA created ISIS terrorists and take them out, Russia has become a bad guy. Russia has become the thorn in the claw, okay, the demon claw of the United States, okay, the deep state, the military-industrial complex, the neoconservatives, the intelligence community. So, you know, the intelligence community. Let me touch on the. You know, I'm getting off subject a little bit here. Let me throw this in because this is something I want to talk about today too. And I talk off the top of my head, and it just popped into my head, and I don't want to forget it. But how about the intelligence community being behind all of this shit? How about the fact that the intelligence community is the one that is the deep state, or they're in very, very close alliance with the deep state? What is the deep state? You know, people often wondered, what is the deep state? What does that really mean? When you think about somebody that's controlling the government, what is it? Well, it's becoming apparent now that the deep state is solidly connected with the Central Intelligence Agency and the FBI, just basically the intelligence agencies, the NSA, the FBI, the CIA. Maybe sometimes they fight with each other, that's true, but for the most part, they're the ones, particularly the CIA, probably, Central Intelligence Agency, working to keep the status quo, or to keep the agenda of world hegemony, or taking over other nations, or causing dissension with Russia. Everything is Russian, man. Everything is, you know, you ever notice now that if somebody doesn't like somebody, Russia did it. If something comes up and they don't like it, the left or the deep state, Russia did it. Either that or they're a Nazi. See, everybody now is a Nazi or a Russian agent. It's one of the two things. You're either a Nazi, Trump's a Nazi, this is a Nazi, that's a Nazi. Or number two, you're a Russian agent. Oh my God, we're overrun with Russian agents and Nazis. How ridiculous is this getting? How ridiculous is this getting? Pretty fucking ridiculous. So that's what's you know, that's what's going on. You know, this fake news is really backfiring on the people that really do the fake news, the people that really are purveyors of fake news. And I'm really glad to see it. I hope it continues. Now, what I'm not glad to see is the fact that, well, I'm kind of glad to see this too. It's coming out now, like I was touching on before, that this deep state is the intelligence agency. Now, see, here's the drill. Here's what happens. When a president goes into office, probably the last, I don't know how many presidents, probably since before Herbert Walker Bush, or whatever the hell his name is, George Bush, Herbert Walker Bush, the Bushes, W. Oh, Billy. How about Bubba Billy Clinton and his heinous sidekick, Hillary the Killer, Uh, ever since these people have been going into office, they have been allowing themselves to be controlled. Obama included, all of them, except maybe Trump. I don't know. We'll see. The jury's still out on that. But all of these people that have been going into office have been having their phones tapped and things done to them by the Central Intelligence Agency. In other words, they've been either blackmailed because of things they said on the phone, or the phone has been used, the spy apparatus has been used against them to keep them in line. And so now what's happening is Trump is experiencing this. He's experiencing the fact that he's got his phone tapped, and that his conversations with foreign leaders are being leaked, like I said in my last video. So, but instead of him kowtowing and him getting scared, he came right out and told everybody. Well, now they're really going to be on his ass. They're really going to be on his ass for coming out and pulling the covers, so to speak. He's pulling the covers on a lot of things. Now, will his presidency continue to exist, or will he go down in flames? Will he go down in flames? Will he get shot down? Will he get shot out of the sky? Remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. Okay, so that's the geopolitical. That's kind of a look at what's happening currently in the geopolitical realm. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Somebody said that I should make my videos shorter because the attention span of people isn't as long as like 26 to 30 minutes, which is kind of what I do. So I'm going to leave it there today. I'll probably just do another video here real quick on something that I consider real important on the environmental situation, and that's chemtrails. So stay tuned for that. But for now, this is Thunder. I'm going to leave it there today. Adios, over and out.